So good evening, and as always a very, very warm welcome to everyone joining us here as we come to you from Braunschweig and the Eintracht Stadium, which tonight hosts this under-21 match between Germany and Northern Ireland. Plenty to get into, plenty to look forward to as well. A big game for both of these teams and the route to qualification for the European Championships in 2027. First up though, the national anthems. So there we have it, the national anthems out of the way. Plenty of action coming our way next here in Braunschweig. A massive game for both Germany and Northern Ireland. The last time they met in Northern Ireland, back in mid-October, Germany coming away with a 2-1 win. And Germany desperately want all 3 points again here this evening to keep the pressure on Greece at the top of the Group F table. Greece currently with maximum points, and as things stand right now, 2-0 up against Malta as well. So making a win today that little bit more important for Antonio Di Salvo's side. Germany currently on 12 points with 4 wins from 5 games, just 1 defeat. That slip up against the current table toppers. And their opponents today, Northern Ireland, just behind them in third on 7 points. They do trail by 5, but a win today for Northern Ireland would see their chances of maybe finishing second improve. Of course, only the top team of each group going through to the European Championships, and the 8 best second place teams will then go into a playoff setup to try and also qualify. So Germany still with work to do, but still plenty of football to be played here in Group F. And great to be back out on the pitch representing the under-21s. This is the first game of 2026 for Antonio Di Salvo and his under-21 side, and they'll be looking to get off to a flying start if they can. Of course, that game against Greece, the big match between the top 2 teams at the end of this month, just 4 days away on the 31st when they travel to Athens. What a match that will be. Chance for Germany to not only get revenge, but see themselves level then with Greece at the top of the table. That is, of course, if they win today. It wasn't plain sailing in Northern Ireland, not by any means. Yeah, team in green and today's visitors giving Germany a real run for their money back in October of last year. Now Germany will come into this game as favourites. I'll just take you through Antonio De Salvo's starting 11. Backhaus in goal. A back four from left to right of Ulrich, Korshi, Jeltsch and Gechter. Bayern Munich midfielder and under-21 captain Tom Bischoff, the holding midfielder alongside Kemlein, who missed the first meeting between these two through injury. He's excited to be taking part again here today. Said Almala then out on the left wing, Gruda in the middle, Kade out on the right with Nicolo Tresoldi leading the line for Germany here. Tresoldi very in form at the moment, having quite the season in the Jupiler Pro League over in Belgium. His Club Brugge has 13 goals in 30 games this season, 17 in all competitions. Hasn't done too badly in a Germany shirt either. Nicolo Tresoldi, 10 goals in 22 appearances for Antonio De Salvo. As for Tommy Wright and his Northern Ireland under-21s, they start with two up front in the form of Kenny and Kirk. The Leicester winger Donnelly, joined by Robertson and Kearney in an attacking midfield three. Briggs, the holding midfielder, in front of a back four from left to right of Russell, Forbes, Orr and Barr. Barnsley starting in goal for today's visitors. Early half chance there for Germany. Plenty in attendance here at the Eintracht Stadium. A really good turnout, something that Germany can use to their advantage. Antonio De Salvo expressing before kickoff just how important a strong start to the game would be against what he considers a very talented Northern Ireland team. Jeltsch across to Southampton's Korshi. Now out wide to Gruda. Gechter looking to get an early cross in. Might have already been out of play, certainly is now, with somewhat of a miss hit there. The Hertha right back. Linus Gechter making just his fourth appearance at under-21 level. Well, one or two players who could perhaps make their under-21 debut here this evening. Mix of Max Finkgräfe from RB Leipzig and Werder Bremen's Abdul Karim Koulibaly. Both in attendance, not in the starting lineup though. Northern Ireland, a very physical team. A lot of height throughout the side. Very dangerous from set pieces as well. Interesting to see how much of a factor that plays in tonight's game. Jakob Sundberg in charge of proceedings here. Covering a lot of ground there, the referee. Joshua Kwashi to Yelch. Germany patiently looking to carve a way through, but Northern Ireland somewhat of a low block, looking to keep it compact. Eager not to give Germany too much space to work with, especially down the middle. Will force them into wider areas where Germany have plenty of talent. Speaking of talent, Saeed El Mala on the move. Arguably one of their brightest talents. Under 21 level. Big things expected from Saeed El Mala in the coming years. You can see Northern Ireland more than happy to let Germany come at them. Head coach Tommy Wright mentioning before the game just how important it is to stay in it for as long as possible. Under no illusion that Northern Ireland come into this game as underdogs, but staying solid at the back until half-time at least. Probably their best chance of coming away with something here. There's that physical approach to the game. There's Russell able to muscle Gruder off the ball there. By no means a one-trick pony though, Northern Ireland. Plenty of talents in an attacking sense as well. Especially their number 9, Mackenzie Kirk. Definitely a player to keep an eye on. A lot of pace, really good when it comes to hold-up play as well, but a cracking finisher. Kashi not taking any chances. Nods the ball out of play for a Northern Ireland throw. Long throw, something that has very much become part of the modern game now. Chance here though for Tresoldi. Tresoldi in on goal, rounds the keeper, he's brought down and it's a penalty. Barnsley in goal, shown the yellow card. It's a lapse in concentration there. McKinney gets the pass back all sorts of wrong, and then Tresoldi does ever so well. That's a clear as day penalty. Barnsley sticking that right leg out, catching Tresoldi. Germany's number 9. A chance to score his 11th goal for the under-21 side. It's been in fine goal-scoring form for Club Bruges. Nicolo Tresoldi, his 23rd game for the under-21s, buries it into the bottom left corner. And Germany have the early lead they were hoping for. to get the fans here in the Eintracht Stadium on their feet. Just 10.5 minutes into this qualifier. No nonsense penalty from Tresoldi. Hit like a striker, filled with confidence. That confidence will continue to run through his veins after that cool, calm and collected finish there. Nicolo Tresoldi with his 11th goal in his 23rd appearance for Antonio Di Salvo's under-21s. I'm sure Germany will have been aware of Greece's lead against Malta. Of course, Greece kicking off an hour before. And that early goal will certainly help Germany further settle into this game. Given somewhat of a helping hand with that lapse in concentration at the back. Might we see the floodgates now open? Brian Gruder, Said Al-Mala, excuse me, convinced he should have had a corner there, and I'd have to agree with him. Didn't look like it was out of play yet. Jakob Sundberg, the referee, not interested in what Said Al-Mala has to say. Has become quite a key player for his Bundesliga side, Cologne. Said Al-Mala is a very young, some would say inexperienced team at the moment, Cologne, but Said Al-Mala really making a name for himself. Being one of their go-to players this season. Ulrich a little too close for comfort there. Well, these are the situations where Germany do need to be a little cautious. Northern Ireland, a lot of heights, a lot of prowess in the air. Decent looking delivery, and what a save that is by Leo Backhaus. The whistle goes anyway. It's Matthew Orr. It just sets off a little too early, the Nottingham Forest defender. Actually, comes off the head of Kemline there. Backhaus with a world-class reaction save there. Had it found the back of the net, it wouldn't have counted anyway, but still, that will be a little confidence booster for the Werder Bremen shot stopper. Here is Jelch. Said Al-Mala. Range effort nearly pinballs its way through to Tresoldi. Augsburg's Anton Kade trying his luck from outside the box there. Just saw a little bit of space open up. He's more than happy to oblige. Fires it into a relatively crowded area anyway, though. Poor first touch there from Russell. And then free kick given away. Kade thinks about taking it quickly, but then thinks again. It has been a lively first quarter of an hour here in Braunschweig. Everything going to plan so far for Antonio Di Salvo and company. be eager for his young professionals to try and add to their tally. One goal, rarely enough in today's game. Punched away by Barnsley. Saidal Marla will pick things up on the wide area. Ball comes in again. Header away there by Forbes, the Northern Ireland captain. Barnsley being told where to place the ball before he sends it upfield. Here come Germany again. Anton Kade. 1-2. Doesn't come off for Germany, and Northern Ireland looking to break quickly but give the ball away cheaply almost immediately. Saidal Marla sees his shot deflected. Bit of a scramble inside the Northern Ireland penalty area here. Again the shot blocked from Saidal Marla. And a run out of play by Leicester City's Donnelly. Northern Ireland having to work very hard at the moment as Germany continue to pile on the pressure. Brian Gruder with the long throw. Has momentarily caused a little bit of unrest inside the penalty area. Not for long as Northern Ireland do manage to clear the ball away from danger. Germany really enjoying the lion's share of possession so far. Majority of this game being played inside the opposition's half. It's exactly what the doctor ordered as far as Antonio De Salvo will be concerned. Here's Gruder. Switch of play. Nice little ball inside after lovely control there from Ulrich. Needs to hurry back now. Northern Ireland looking to counter as quickly as possible. Germany with bodies back behind the ball now though. It's well defended by Ulrich. Borussia Mönchengladbach left back. Lucas Ulrich, reliable as always, very trusted by Antonio De Salvo, taking his appearance tally for the under-21s into double figures today. Game number 10 for Lucas Ulrich here this evening. You can see Tommy Wright on his feet now as Northern Ireland have another dead ball situation. He knows this is where they can cause Germany problems. Good delivery needed though. Donnelly standing over the ball on the far side. Height and distance, the name of the game, that time from Donnelly. Picked up on this near side by Russell. Fires it into the back of Gechter. Kashi with a really powerful header away there. And now Said El-Mala nearly breaking away with the ball. Fantastic tempo to this game at the moment. Last 21 minutes absolutely flown by here in Braunschweig. Hoofed away. Brought down by Tresoldi. Lovely touch to pluck the ball out of the air there from the Club Brugge striker. And very nearly a fantastic switch of play there. And Gruder, the intended target. With a bit more mustard in that ball and might have been able to find the Leipzig number 10. Good positional play and anticipation there from Joshua Kashi. Talk about Northern Ireland's physical presence. Kashi very much the same for Germany at the back. A run out of play there by El-Mala. It'll be a Northern Ireland throw. Nice little 1-2. First time cross from Russell. Too much distance on that one. Not enough. In the challenge from Said El-Mala. Gesta powering forward down this right wing. Despite conceding early, Northern Ireland by no means throwing in the towel just yet. A lot of intensity in their performance as expected. Germany have been the better team so far, but Northern Ireland with one or two moments just let Germany know they're still in this. Gesta. I'm not sure Kenline was the intended target there for Gruder, but it's worked out for Germany. Gesta swings the ball in, just a little too much height on it for Tresoldi. He did try to attack it, did well to get in front of his defender, but unable to jump high enough to make any contact with the ball. Would have been a free header on goal had it just been a little lower. Northern Ireland awarded the free kick here. Does seem like a bit of a soft one. It's right under the nose of the linesman on that far side. Owen Kenny. using some of the dark arts there perhaps to win that free kick. It's cleverly done, to be fair. Thought he should have had one initially, but more like shoulder to shoulder to me. He's never going to win the physical battle against Joshua Karshi. Headed away by Gechter, back over the top. Still alive here for Northern Ireland. Kirk back to Russell. Really good looking delivery there from Russell. Lovely bend and whip on it. No surprise to see the visitors sending balls into the box as often as possible. Carter. Gechter. Another good looking delivery, this time just Aldi a little closer. Danger not over yet though, as Marlow tries to keep it alive. Does come away with a corner for Germany in the end. And that time it was probably the right height for Tresoldi. Just slightly misjudged the flight of the ball. It's a thumbs up from Germany's number 9. Gechter getting closer and closer to finding him. Maybe it'll be third time lucky. In the meantime, Germany with a corner. Really good delivery there from Bischoff. Gechter left there to attack the ball. Had to come at it quite low. It's going to make sending it either side of Barnsley in goal that little bit more difficult. In the end, it's straight down the middle and into the hands of the Northern Ireland keeper. Marla, good looking cross. The decision's gone against Germany here. Thought for a moment we might have a second penalty. Looked initially like Carter had been brought down, but penalised for a push on West Ham's Josh Briggs there. No complaints from Anton Carter either. Too much on that one for Cardiff. Not the worst idea. But Forbes more than happy to shield that one out of play for a goal kick. And Greece now 4-0 up against Malta with 20 minutes still to go. Game they were always expected to win, of course. Malta, bottom of the group, and no wins, and no goals scored either. So even if Germany do win today, that 3-point gap between them and Greece at the top of the table will remain. So it makes that game between the two top sides in Group F in 4 days' time. Even more interesting. And Marla just caught late there by Bart. Soldi has come close. Twice already. Not really enough height there, doesn't make it past the first man. Somewhat of a wasted opportunity there for Germany. Ulrich. A hopeful ball down the middle. So straight at Barnsley. Yelch and Bischoff sort of getting in each other's way there. Senior side in action as well this evening against Switzerland. Friendly. Be an interesting game. Soldi nearly comes away with the ball there. Shouts for handball. Referee waves play on. More shouts for handball, and again, he waves play on. Soldi as well to find El Marla, probably the unexpected option there. Slightly misplaced pass there from Joshua Kashi. He's quick to apologise, but no harm done as Germany come again. A little over 10 minutes still to go in this first half. I think overall Antonio Di Salvo will be relatively pleased with what he's seen from his under-21s here. Haven't necessarily created all too many clear-cut chances from open play. And perhaps one area with room for improvements. Of course, Northern Ireland doing their best to make that very, very difficult indeed, and forcing Germany to take shots from long range instead, like just now. Tom Bischoff pulling the trigger outside the box there. But really get any height on that effort as Kirk brings Mio Backhouse into action. Relatively simple save though for the Werder Bremen keeper. Looked suspiciously offside there. The Northern Ireland number 9 and front man, but the flag did stay down. O'Mara drifting past his defender. Ulrich does well to win the corner in the end, or it might be a throw. Throw in it is. Tresoldi. It's scrappy at the moment. Edge towards the end of the first 45. Seems to be more of a case of damage control at the moment for Tommy Wright's team. So if a good counter-attacking opportunity should present itself, then they'll be more than happy to go for it, just like moments ago with Mackenzie Kirk. I think more important at the moment is to make sure they don't concede a second before the break, so they can go down the tunnel, regroup, reorganise. Come out and try and turn things around in the second 45. Gechter. Yeah, poor Bass back there from the throw. Let's another look at that long-range effort from Tom Bischoff. It might have just been played onside there by Yelch, to be fair. It's going to take a special finish from there to beat Backhouse. Booted upfield by Fraser Barnsley. Again, Northern Ireland creating their own problems at the back. It's a similar situation that led to the penalty. Tommy Wright, of course, does encourage his side to try and play out from the back whenever possible, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with just sending the ball upfield. It's a part of the game that seems to have gone missing in the past few years. Gruja. The cross, and there it is, the second goal for Germany. And this time, it is third time lucky. As Tresoldi heads it home from close range. Fantastic work at the back post there. I'm not sure who heads it back across to him. But it's a lovely cushioned header towards the Germany number 9. And Tresoldi picks up his brace with a very, very simple finish in the end. I think it's Ulrich, the Borussia Mönchengladbach left back. Manages to get his head on the ball in between two Northern Ireland players there. It's beautifully placed back across where Tresoldi was unmarked and more than happy to head it home. Just before the break, Germany double their lead. That's a real punch to the gut for Northern Ireland. Nicolo Tresoldi now with 12 goals for the under-21s in 23 games. Tresoldi on the score sheets. Georgia back in mid-November. Add another two to his tally. That's now 6 during the qualification campaign for the Club Brugge frontman. Really has become such a reliable and vital weapon up front for Antonio Di Salvo. Striker's goal as well, just anticipated the danger. He's in the right place at the right time, as all great strikers are. You have to give credit to Ulrich as well. The header back across, fantastic assist there from the young left back. So 1 minute added on here. Nothing up or 2-0 up. I'm sure the half-time team talk wouldn't have been all that different from Antonio Di Salvo, who, regardless, will expect his team to come out and put exactly the same sort of shift in the second period of play. The 2-goal cushion does, of course, make that a little bit easier. Relieve some of the pressure. Much more difficult half-time team talk for Tommy right now after that second goal though. And there is the half-time whistle. So Germany with a strong start, an even stronger finish to the first half here against Northern Ireland. They lead by 2. Nicolo Tresoldi with a brace, once from the spots, once from open play. Germany looking very, very confident out there. They will take that 2-goal cushion into the second half, where they will be expected to get the job done. Not exactly a mountain to climb for Northern Ireland, but plenty of work ahead for the visitors. As for Germany, everything going to plan so far. Now just 45 minutes away from well and truly keeping the pressure on Greece at the top of the table. Join us in a few for the second 45 here in Braunschweig. So a warm welcome back to everyone joining us here in Braunschweig for this European qualifier for Germany's under-21s. They lead by 2-0 against the visitors from Northern Ireland. Everything going to plan in the first 45. An early goal from the penalty spot, and then one just before the half-time whistle as well. Both scored by Nicolo Tresoldi, the informed striker, continuing to impress in an under-21 shirt for Germany. Into the second half, doesn't look like there's any changes so far. You'd have to say it's a well-deserved lead for Germany. 70% of the ball possession in that first period of play. More than twice as many completed passes as well. Just under 300 for Germany. Just 122 for Northern Ireland. So the numbers very much matching what unfolded in that first period of play. Northern Ireland struggling to really trouble Mio Backhouse in goal. Had to make just the one save, a relatively simple one, against Mackenzie Kirk. Total of 7 shots from Germany. Just the one for Northern Ireland. You'd have to say Germany themselves not necessarily creating all too many clear-cut chances from open play themselves. But of course, with Northern Ireland sitting very deep, utilising a low block for large periods, if not the entirety of that first half. It's always going to be difficult for Germany to create those chances. Very nearly a third there, right at the start of this second half. Sadio Mala pouncing on the ball there on the edge of the penalty area. So his effort blocked initially and sort of remained in that area, and then on the half volley makes good contact with the ball, looking for that bottom corner. Probably had Barnsley beat as well. And just inches wide in the end. And that would have well and truly wrapped things up here. Has looked really lively, the Cologne winger. Stand corrected. It looks like Germany have made one change here, as Kömür has come on to replace Brian Gruder. I wonder if Brian Gruder perhaps suffered a slight injury or something in that first period of play. Surprised to see him come off. Don't think it would have been part of the game plan. Antonio Di Salvo, especially with the how well Brian Gruder played in that first half. So a lot of the ball, was very involved, especially in the second goal. His cross in towards Ulrich, that was then headed back across to Tresoldi to make it 2 for Germany. Wonderful effort there. He comes crashing off the crossbar. And there is the new man, Mert Kommer. Made me, or nearly made me eat my words there. Almost an instant impact off the bench, and what a goal that would have been as well. Germany's number 18, the man from FC Augsburg. With what was almost a worldie there. Aiming for that top shelf and very nearly finding it. Just his 5th appearance, Mert Kommer, for the under-21s. Nottingham Forest's Matthew Orr there with the header for Northern Ireland, but too much height on it. No problems for Mio Backhouse in goal. It continues to be a relatively quiet evening for the Werder Bremen goalkeeper so far. One incredible save in the first half, in a situation that would have been offside anyway. And then one very simple save to deny Mackenzie Kirk on the counter-attack. Apart from that, has not had much to do here. Kashi runs into trouble, but comes away with the throw-in anyway. Well put out of play there by Kenny. Bischoff. Has seen a lot of Bundesliga action this season. Bischoff, here's Elmala, first time ball in towards the near post with Tresoldi making the diagonal run, looking for his hat-trick. A lovely little 1-2 there, and then Elmala unselfishly trying to play in his number 9. Could have easily taken a few more touches there, Elmala. Alive by Bischoff. There's Kommer. Finn Jeltsch thought about lining up the long-range efforts. Deep delivery there from Kommer. Not too much distance on it for Tresoldi, kept in by Gechter. It's an inviting cross into the box, and now a chance to break for Mackenzie Kirk here. Just has a look to see if there's anyone there in support. Doesn't see too many options, decides to go for the long-range effort again. It's going to take something special from there. Can make good contact on it. skimming off the surface as well. Backhouse does well to get his upper body behind the ball, and 2 strong hands on it as well. Similar to the save he had to make in the first half up against Mackenzie Kirk, but this time able to hold on to the ball. Russell, nice turn. Ball into the middle, and then what a chance for Northern Ireland to peg one back there. Best chance of the game so far for the visitors. Some really good work from Russell out wide. And a fantastic ball in tow, and Kenny tries to side-foot it into the back of the net, but just leaning back slightly. Can't keep it down. And what an opportunity to give his side a lifeline there. It's gone kind of quiet here in the Eintracht Stadium. Perhaps a lot of the fans still enjoying the end of their bratwursts. Decent little spell this though for Tommy Wright's team. Starting to create 1 or 2 chances of their own. Again, the break on for Northern Ireland here. Free kick Germany won't mind giving away. Just give them a chance to get bodies back. I have to say, visitors are looking dangerous on the counter. Mackenzie Kirk, time and time again, seems to be available. It's whether or not Northern Ireland can get support forward to help out their number 9 when they do get the ball forward to him in those sort of situations. It's a dead ball situation at the moment though. Taken short. Headed away by Tresoldi, and then flag goes up for offside anyway. It was a lively first half. It's been a lively first 10 minutes or so in the second half as well. Thoroughly entertaining game throughout. I think Nicolo Tresoldi wanted that one played along the ground rather than over the top. He's always somewhat of a disadvantage when it comes to the aerial situations against a very tall and physical Northern Ireland backline. Having said that, he has scored with his head already here tonight, but he was unmarked when doing so. Finjelch. Just another reminder for anyone perhaps just joining us, this is the first of two international break games for Antonio Di Salvo's under-21s. In action again on Tuesday in the big one against Greece. We're currently top of the Group F table, 3 points ahead of Germany, and in that automatic qualification spot. Germany losing the first encounter against Greece, looking for revenge on Tuesday. As things stand, Greece still 3 points ahead of Germany. Of course, that is if they get the job done here today. Looks like they're going to, at the moment anyway. Greece currently on 18 points, beating Malta in the earlier kickoff. A win for Germany against Greece on Tuesday would level things up points-wise anyway. Greece with the better goal difference at the moment. That could still be cut down further here tonight if Germany can bag themselves a few more. Greece with 19 scored and 2 against. Germany on 15 with 4 against at the moment. Could come into play, especially if Germany do win against Greece on Tuesday. So Antonio Di Salvo looking to make some changes here. Mika Bauer and Karim Koulibaly. Koulibaly coming on to make his under-21 debut here. Mika Bauer also getting his first taste of under-21 action. Tom Bischoff, the Germany captain, the first to make way. Finjelch, the other player coming off. Koulibaly will slot in at the back. Abdul Karim Koulibaly, the Werder Bremen defender, very highly rated. Now with a chance to impress on the international stage with the under-21s. There is Koulibaly. First time ball forward. And Mert Kömür came at him with real pace though, difficult one to control. Here's another look at that shot from Mert Kömür, having only just come on for the second half. What an introduction to the game that could have been. Would have well and truly put things out of reach for Northern Ireland, who are still in this. A lovely little ball over the top from Bauer. Kept in play to Isolde, controls it well. And then the block just in front of Barnsley. Northern Ireland captain Forbes. I think he was just in play there. Whole ball wasn't over the line. Mert Kömür again with an opportunity to get his name on the score sheet. Will be Kömür to take the corner from the far side. Good looking delivery. Isolde getting something on the ball, but not quite enough to help it towards goal. roughly 25 minutes still to go here in Braunschweig. First and foremost, I think Antonio De Salvo will be happy just to get the win, but if Germany can score more than just the two, sure he wouldn't mind that either, considering the situation with Greece and the fight for top spot in Group F. Goals scored could really turn out to be a big part of who goes through automatically and who has to continue fighting for qualification in the playoffs. Only the top team in every group going straight through to the 2027 tournament. Serbia and Albania, the two hosts of course already through. Does well to keep it in play and wins the corner as well. Has been very impressive since coming on. So big boots to fill, replacing Brian Gruda, but he's been absolutely excellent. Looks like Bauer has taken a bit of a whack to the back of the head. Referee just making sure the Paderborn midfielder is okay to continue. Caution. He's coming first when it comes to head injuries. There's Bauer. He's all right to continue. And the crowd coming back to life now as well. Difficult one to control there for Anton Kade. He's now taken up a position out on the right wing, where Brian Gruda was in the first 45. Moses Doherty and Brannigan getting ready to come on. Tommy Wright's Northern Ireland. Some fresh legs for the final 21 minutes or so. Have had their moments in this second period of play. I'll tell you what, there's still plenty of time left. If Northern Ireland do manage to peg one back, it will be game on. Desperate for points themselves in third in Group F, just behind Germany. Win today for the visitors would close the gap to just 2 points. finishing top of the table. It was always going to be a long shot, but runners-up well within their capability. Still not out of reach, although defeat today to second place Germany will be a bit of a spanner in the works. Late qualification is a bit more unlikely. Nice little layoff there from Elmala. Tresoldi does well. Under pressure. Looking for Kade, who doesn't give up on it. And decision goes against Anton Kade there. I'm not sure why. Seems like a bit of a soft call. The linesman very quick to wave his flag though. Both players with a handful of each other's shirts. But unfortunate for Germany there. Kemur to Bauer. I think he was trying to get a bit more curl on that pass inside with the outside of the right boot. Ended up going dead straight into the hands of Barnsley. Pejcinovic will come on to replace Elmala. Another fantastic performance from the Cologne winger. Influential throughout. Zenon Pejcinovic. He's very much an impact player off the bench under Antonio Di Salvo. He'll be eager to show why he feels he should probably be starting. 2 goals in 5 appearances would suggest he's within his right to feel that way. And that's what you want from players coming off the bench. You want players that are eager to prove themselves. And the Wolfsburg forward is certainly that. Nice turn from Kemlein, now wearing the captain's armband. Fired off the back of the referee there, so will be a drop ball for Northern Ireland. Tommy Wright left scratching his head, trying to come up with some sort of a game plan here and a way back into this game for his Northern Ireland team. Struggling to see one at the moment. Did have a decent spell early into this second half, but seems to have faded again now as Germany sort of just going through the paces of getting this over the finish line. Substitutes haven't really made much of an impact either for Northern Ireland, not yet anyway. Bauer quite clearly being pulled back there by Moses. So it does eventually go. Koulibaly inside to Kemlan. Floater over the top, looking for Anton Kade. He heads it back across first time towards Pesinovic. Kamir trying his luck again. And then somewhat of a rugby tackle there. Free kick taken quickly. Brannigan. To Kearney. Josh Briggs looking for options. Doherty stopped in his tracks by Bauer. He's looked good since coming on. Making a good impression on his under-21 debut. Less than quarter of an hour still to go. Time running out for Northern Ireland. Good closing down from Trisoldi. Same from Ulrich. Calm play there from Mio Backhouse in goal. And as already mentioned, has had very little to do, which sometimes can be a difficult night for the goalkeeper. He was wide awake there. Ulrich and Kamir not quite on the same page there. Now ball over the top for Moses to chase. Backhouse reading the situation early. Quick off his line. Bauer. And he was looking for Kamir there. Instead fires it into the legs of Kemlan just in front of him. Brannigan does well. And Northern Ireland will have a free kick in a promising position here. Conor Barr brought down just outside the box by Ulrich. Does go down relatively easily. That's enough for a yellow card. More to do with the facts that Conor Barr might have been in on goal there, I think. There's Cole Brannigan. Straight into the midsection of Mio Backhouse in goal. Another simple save for the Werder Bremen goalkeeper. Here's Cole Brannigan again, picks off the pass from Koulibaly. And finally, Backhouse forced to make a less simple save that time. And then Doherty. And a really good strike there off the left boot as Northern Ireland come again. Backhouse able to collect that one. Here's another look. Not the worst effort whatsoever from Doherty there. Looking for the far corner, didn't quite get it as far across as he would have perhaps liked. It's relatively central, but the pace and power behind it did make it a little bit more difficult for Backhouse. He was unable to hold on to it, instead had to parry it away from danger. Did well to send it into an area where there wasn't anyone to sort of latch onto it. Not in a green shirt anyway. Come here. Ran out of space there, but it's a heavy challenge. And a yellow card for Matthew Orr. Sort of come in with his studs raised a little. Feels hard done by there. You can sort of understand it as well. Not the worst of tackles you'll see. Bailey McCann and Jack Patterson getting ready to come on now. One last roll of the dice from Tommy Wright and Northern Ireland's under-21s here. A little over 8 minutes still to go, plus some change in the form of stoppage time. Any sort of a comeback starting to look less and less likely now, though. Had decent spells, but haven't really been able to take advantage of them. Anton Kade just receiving some medical attention off field at the moment. So Germany down to 10 men. Doesn't seem to be under too much distress though. Flick over the top, kept in play by Chersoldi. Bauer to Ulrich. Headed on by Kemline. Koulibaly tries to help it on towards Chersoldi. Now the break is on. Paul Brannigan slowing things down, waiting for support. Kearney sends it into the box. Koulibaly able to head it away. Only as far as McCann though. Last chance saloon here for Northern Ireland. Time ticking away. Desperately need a goal if they stand any chance of salvaging something here. Another attack comes to a disappointing end for Tommy Wright's side. Nelson Viper getting ready to come on here. And will replace the man with a brace, Nicolo Chersoldi. Superb performance, another superb performance from the Club Brugge striker. reliable as ever in front of goal, adding another 2 to his qualification campaign tally. Not a bad substitute to bring on. Nelson Viper, 5 goals already for the under-21s, making his 18th appearance here tonight. Another young player impressing in the Bundesliga, currently at Mainz. It'll be a Northern Ireland throw. I'm sure Antonio Di Salvo would have been happy to see Germany score more goals, but this late into the game, I think clean sheet perhaps more important. Struggling to get the ball clear, they do eventually, with Bauer, who sends Viper on his way. I think Nelson Viper was expecting the throw-in to go Germany's way there. It certainly looked like it came off the Northern Ireland player. So just minutes away from victory now. Antonio Di Salvo's under-21s. Another impressive performance up against the Northern Ireland side, who did their best to try and make life difficult. Didn't help themselves with the first goal, or the build-up to it, shall we say. One mistake at the back, turning out to be a very costly one. What will make it even more frustrating is, apart from that, they've been relatively solid, defended really well. To ride their luck once or twice, but they're part and parcel of the game, especially up against a big team like Germany. I think a lot of the Northern Ireland under-21 players can hold their heads high, regardless of the outcome come the final whistle. A lot of positives to take away from this game for Tommy Wright. As far as Germany are concerned, and Antonio Di Salvo is concerned, this is the perfect way to get ready for that massive game against Greece on Tuesday. There'll be a hostile atmosphere as well in Athens. Sometimes that can work in your favour, of course. Viper with a chance to make it 3, and he does. Nelson Viper off the bench to score his 6th goal for the under-21s. Toe pokes it underneath Barnsley in goal. does exactly what he was brought on to do, cause problems in the box. Nelson Viper putting the final nail in the coffin. Definitely no one offside there. Again, it's Ulrich doing ever so well. Second assist of the game for Lucas Ulrich, the left back. Showing that his game's not all about defending. What a performance from him. Borussia Mönchengladbach defender. If it wasn't over already, well, it certainly is now. Nearly halfway through, the 3 minutes added on. Anton Kardec powering forward. Is there time for a fourth here for Germany? It's a heavy touch. It finds Nelson Viper anyway. I think the flag's gone up for offside. Wanted the ball played his way a little earlier. Anton Kardec just losing control as well as his footing. I think he was trying to play the ball there to Viper. You can hear the Germany bench urging the players forward to go looking for a fourth. It's goes to show that goals scored could turn out to be very important. They're well aware of that. Clean sheet equally important though. Northern Ireland coming forward. And we'll have a corner. Referee takes a look at his watch though, and no time for it. As that's all she wrote here in Braunschweig. A comfortable 3-0 win for Antonio De Salvo's under-21s in the end. A valiant effort from the visitors from Northern Ireland, but Germany simply too strong come the final whistle. A brace for Tresoldi just before, or at the start of the first half and just before the end of it. And then Nelson Viper with the cherry on top just before the final whistle to make it 3. Job done for Germany as they keep the gap to just 3 points behind Greece at the top of the Group F table. And up next it is the big one. Germany's under-21s travel to Athens on Tuesday to take on Greece, looking for revenge and looking to put themselves in the running again for automatic qualification. That's all from us for this evening though. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you join us on Tuesday for that game against Greece, where we'll be there for every kick of the ball. Until then, and as always, stay safe and take care.